For Southern Californians, there is never a shortage of things to do during the summer or any summer, really since 1880, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I know. And California is one of my favorite states to visit. And billed as the largest and longest running event in the country, the San Diego County Fair was started way back then as an agricultural fair to bring county farmers together to share ideas, see who baked the best pie, and of course, who had the fastest horse.
Oh, yeah. Since 1938, Cheryl, it's been hosted at the Mar Fairgrounds, as a matter of fact. And this year is no different, right? The San Diego County Fair runs from June 12th through July 7th. And we're about to find out from Luis Valdivia. You can experience it all. And Luis, thank you very much for joining us here on Main Street Living. How's everything going, man?
Oh, a little bit crazy. We're only actually less than 3 weeks away from the start of the fair, so you can imagine how everything is going around here. But we've been doing it for many years. It's a lot of work, but a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, going back to 1936. And so first off, when Quincy said experience it, he meant it. You really got to experience the fair. So what are some of the attractions and entertainment people can find at the San Diego County Fair this summer? Always one of my favorite things, makes me feel so nostalgic.
Yes. So yeah, you mentioned, the traditional stuff, how it all started as an agricultural fair. It still is an agricultural fair. We have livestock buildings. We have a program called Plant Grow Eat, where we teach city kids where their food comes from, but it is a fair. So we have our midway, we have rides, games, tons of free entertainment on several stages. We have top grade acts at 7:30 almost every night of the fair, and of course we have food galore, fried food you didn't even know existed. But of course we have our healthy offerings as well. So there is a little bit for everybody here at the fair.
Yeah, and I know that the event, it always brings a lot of laughs, of course, and these contests and competitions. Now, Cheryl and I will probably be playing a little game later on, so we'll have our own fun. But I heard something like zucchini racing is on the schedule. I mean, tell us, what is going on? Because you got agricultural roots. Tell us about some of these events.
We have had that in the past, zucchini racing. I don't know that those are scheduled for this year. But what we do have scheduled is the Fairtastic food competition. And this is a competition between our food vendors, which we launched last year. It was a great success, and we're doing it again. So you are able to come to the fair, and it's like a reality show on stage. Everything, and we have two main categories under the sweet and the salty, and then we have the subcategories of wow, savory, and theme, because I'm going to segue into something else and we'll talk about it later. But we have a different theme every year. So part of the challenge, if you want to be part of the Fairtastic competition, is to enter food that has been themed for this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, I always love the games and the fun surprises that you can find there. And as you mentioned, with any fair, there's no shortage of entertainment. Talk about some of the acts people can expect on stage.
Well, every single day, well, not every single day, we actually have, I believe, 16 out of our 20 nights, we have a big grandstand show with acts for every single taste, including for our Hispanic audience. We have music in Spanish every Sunday, but we have acts like a TLC. We have the legends of late night talk show hosts. So Arsenio Hall, Jay Leno, and Craig Ferguson are going to be here on the same night.
Whoa!
Yes, and country and hip hop and R&B. We have something for everyone, and it's obviously so much information that the best thing that I can recommend is to visit our website, sdfair.com, and the first thing that will pop up is our concert lineup. So you'll find all the information there.
Yeah, and of course, it's a family-friendly event as well. So what are some of the things for the young kids to be able to do? I understand you guys got animals and plenty of carnival rides too, right?
Yes, well, they have their own midway. So we have the fun zone where we have, the rides for the big kids, and then we have the kids zone. and it's actually called Family Funville, which is located in the infield. And you will have a lot of the same games we have for the adults in a miniature version for the kiddies. And of course, yes, definitely, we have a petting zoo, and we
Oh,
have livestock, and we have the farm where again kids can learn where their food comes from. There's a lot to do for the kids out here as well, and we have special prizes, so there's really no excuse to bring them out.
ooh, prizes. I'm always down to win something. Oh,
Yeah.
gotta love the competitive spirit there that a lot of people have. And
Yeah.
lastly, we know that the San Diego County Fair has a theme every year, as you
Yes.
mentioned. So the 2024 theme, Let's Go Retro, which I think
Yeah.
I see right there in your sign, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. So how does that manifest itself at the fair?
Oh, that's the number one question we get at the fair is where are the bathrooms, and the number two question is how do you come up with the theme? And it's very complex. I mean, the moment the fair ends, we start planning the next fair, and one of the main topics is what is the theme going to be for next year. So a lot goes into it. We need to pick a theme that number one is fun, that offers something for everybody. So we have a kind of a long running list of possibilities, and every year our team gets together, goes through it. We look around at what's going on, what's in. Retro seems to be in right now. There's a lot of retro events all over town, and we thought this was the year. So we're going to be doing a little traveling through time, through the decades, from the 50s through the 90s. Behind me, I happen to have the 70s. What
Yep.
happened is that we had a contest between departments, and we decorated based on different decades. Well, we got the 70s, which happens to be my favorite decade. So we turned our little department into a disco, which is what I have going on behind me. But again, the fair is going to be in our theme exhibit. It's like a mini museum where we're going to be celebrating all the way from the 50s through the 90s in terms of pop culture, music, fashion, and even food. So
Oh,
something for everybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, so Cheryl, I don't know if this caught your eye as like it caught mine, but those records, like anybody young watching this show is looking at what are those?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they're making a comeback. Vinyl, these are actual records from my collection.
Yeah,
Oh,
So yeah, they're hanging out there. So I hope they don't get too
that's
dusty.
that's fantastic. And so people who want to attend, what are the hours of the fair, and is it open to anybody? Do you have to get tickets in advance, or can you buy them at the gate?
It's open to everybody. We will be open Monday through Sunday every week, and you of course mentioned the dates at the beginning of the show. June 12th through July 7th. Again, closing Monday and Tuesday. Yes, we highly recommend that you purchase your tickets online for admission, for parking, for concerts, because you know what? It's going to be less expensive if you do.
I like that, man.
Yeah, we're trying to go cashless as much as possible.
Good.
So you can say that we have a different price structure. If you want to buy on site, if you purchase online, it's less expensive online. So we highly encourage you to go to sdfair.com and plan your trip.
All right.
All right, thank you, man. Like it looks like it's going to be one amazing summer there in SoCal,
Absolutely.
Luis. So thank you very much for being a part of the show.